Welcome back to New Wave Therapy and to the best kept secrets in supplements. I'm Bob Burdick, your host, and today we're going to be talking to Dan Young of Country Doctor Nutritional Center in Cheyenne, Wyoming. And did you know the Country Doctor herbal products that we talk about on this program are all made right there in Cheyenne. There's actually a part of Country Doctor Nutritional Center. There's a lab there where they create all their own tinctures using all American ingredients. So it's an American-made product that has American-made ingredients in it. So, hey, I could talk about this all day. But the reason we're getting here today is we're going to be talking and actually continuing talking about how these herbal products help women with their hormones. Actually, the product we're going to be talking about is called it's going to be called Female Balance. And, we could talk about this for a while, but you know what? That's why we're going to have Dan, right? So I best shut up, let him do the talking. I know you're going to enjoy the video. And besides, I am really pleased and happy that you took your time to come by and see us today. We'll talk to you later. I want to welcome everybody that took their time to be here today with us. And I know Dan would like to do the same things. So anyway, how are things going out in the Midwest?
Thank you so much. Bob, we are exceptionally blessed, staying very busy and seeing a lot of amazing health restoration journeys take place.
Okay. Well, I understand today we're actually going to expand on the female products and talk about a product called Female Balance, Female Plus. Is that correct?
That's correct. The Female Balance that's the capsule version of the formula. Okay. And then the Female Plus, this is a refined version of the capsule, the whole herb, but it's been refined with some nutrients to have better calming agents, less discomfort that women can experience during that time of the month. And it's gone over exceptionally well.
Okay. Is it basically for any type of age group or anything of that nature? Or?
It is for women who are still menstruating, so they're still having a normal cycle or trying to achieve a normal cycle.
Okay.
And so that's the people that from the age of 15, 16, all the way on up into the late 40s. So it's a very universal as far as age use product.
Okay. All right. So tell us a little bit about what's in the product and how it works.
Love to. We've had this particular formula has been around for several generations. Okay. This is one of the formulas that my father, after working with Dr. John Christopher for many, many years, going through his schooling and ongoing studies that he did with him, over the years, we've enhanced it. We took Dr. Christopher's advice, obviously, and improved the potency and broadened the use of the product. The primary things that we see capsule's going to have is really dealing with things like Dong Quai. Okay, there's one that's going to show up a lot in your more premium quality hormonal balancing products is going to be things like Dong Quai. You're also going to have the cramp bark, which helps to actually do what it says. It helps to add back the health of the tissue by relieving the inflammation or the pain, the cramping that can be involved. Squaw vine, yellow dock's a wonderful detoxifier. The byproduct of cycles, as you know, creates a lot of indigenous toxins, right? There's endotoxins, endotoxins. These are endotoxins created from the inside. Ginger for stomach, licorice for the adrenals, a really overall balancing, harmonizing formula for the entire endocrine system. And there's even a specific way of taking it for women that they can go up on it during their cycle around that 18, 19 day mark, and then go back down around day 24, 25. So there's a way of increasing the need based on their normal cycle. Uva ursi is also in there, which is wonderful for clearing kidneys on women who are struggling with these non-resolving hot flashes, power surges, we call with women, and lobelia. Lobelia is another one. Lobelia is one of the most universal herbs for balancing out the central nervous system and its ability to perform of any of the herbals that my father and certainly other master herbalists have really worked with for generations. So it's a very broad spectrum and very, very impactful type of formula.
So let me ask you a question about your tinctures. There's a lot of tinctures brands on the marketplace. What makes yours stronger? Okay, I know yours are stronger. I've noticed that from day one that they were always, just a little more tart to the taste and a little more sting to them at times. But what makes them so much stronger than others that are on the marketplace?
I think it's because of the way that the formulations have improved in their potencies over the last 20 years that we've been working with the formulas. We obviously use cayenne in most all of our tincture formulas because we know if we can improve circulation, we can improve blood flow, we can enhance the healing properties found in these formulas to get into the tissues and the areas of the body that they desperately need to be there. So we know that, they have a little more kick because of the cayenne and some of the other things. I think that the way we process, because we are a very small manufacturing facility, and in the scheme of manufacturing, we're micro, okay?
Right.
But our quality control, our intake, our SOPs, making sure we're using wild crafted, only sourced in-country herb. We're not bringing in cheap herbs from other countries that have been exposed to DDT and some other chemicals that we don't use in this country, that they're wild crafted and organically harvested, that they're certified through second and third party assay testing. It just really, when you read a label on that product and it says Dong Quai or Uva Ursi or Lobelia or cramp bark, that's what's in there. And it's in there in high potency levels mixed together synergistically to provide the kind of results that our clients have come to expect and enjoy.
Well, do you actually ferment your formulas longer than most people do?
That's a good question. I can't speak about other formulas. I don't know their manufacturing habits. We have tinctures in our clinic, in our manufacturing side, that have been brewing, fermenting, cooking, in those glass containers for 6 months to, in some cases, a year, to have the extraction process continue to pull, and really extract as much potency of the formula as we can. So I think that we have the best, most potent tincture product on the market, bar none, today. Are there equivalents out there? Hey, could be. If there is, I don't know any.
I haven't found them yet.
I just know how we process ours.
And the important point you brought up is
the price point.
Yeah, but you brought up a point about how you use glass. A lot of people won't use glass. They'll use a metal container to process it.
Yeah, we don't use, the herbs are never exposed to metal of any kind. We receive them in the original container that they were sent in. We repackage and it goes right to glass. They stay in glass the whole time that they're processed, that they're bottled. They never get into another container of any kind once we've received the raw product.
And that's really, really good. It really gives a good background as to why these products do the things they do and, do them quickly.
Yes.
It's really, people just don't understand the potency that we're dealing with here. So anyway, let's get back on where we're supposed to be.
Coupled with the fact that the evaluation process that we use is allowing us to identify the exact support faster. So smaller programs that seem to work faster for people. We're seeing that across the board the last couple, almost 2 months, with a refinement to our evaluations, our own personalized kinesiology support kits. It's just making the price true, streamlining it. It's making more sense. People are seeing results quicker. They're lasting longer. So, but yes, the quality of the product is what really makes the big difference.
Right. You really brought out about how you actually evaluate the person. We got to do a session on that to really show the people that it's not invasive. It's easy to do. It's comprehensive. You can go through somebody and tell them things they never even knew that was wrong with them. and can
Yes.
tell them things, answers to the questions they've had for doctors that doctors have never been able to answer.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to, it's on the chalkboard, right?
Okay.
Do list to capture kind of the quick flow of that, like the weekend that you attended here a few weeks back.
Yeah, that was amazing. That was totally amazing. 2.5 days. It was just, I've been involved with your dad and yourself, well over 25 years. And I was amazed,
Yes.
the
Oh, yeah.
progress that you have made. That just blew my mind. To be honest about it, I think that I have not seen anyone else do the improvements in such a important aspect of how this business works than you've done. So,
And I appreciate your kind words on that, Bob. I do. It's been an accumulative experience, accumulative results and refinements over years. Your input, father's input, training with some of the best people in the country doing
Right.
this work, and just realizing one day, why are we trying to tell everybody they have a problem? We know they have a problem. What's the solution? And when my mind went to work on, well, what's the solution? Looking at it from that angle, it really revamped, our support kits, how we're using the tinctures, and it's dramatically impacted the results people are getting much faster, pleasurable results, and it's costing less time and money.
exactly.
So all those factors really, really matter.
They really do. And, it's just amazing. You're actually centered on such a good point there is people, they come into you and they want an answer. They're looking for an answer for the problem they've had for years. They know they have the problem. They're looking for the person that can give them the answer to their problem. They don't need to be told you
Yep.
got a problem. They already know they got a problem.
Right. Yeah.
So,
Exactly.
yeah. And when you start
pretty
talking
much
about
the
their problems, it's just like, oh, here we go again. The doctor's saying this and the doctor's saying that. I need someone to say, okay, here's the actual answer that you're looking for.
Yep.
So,
We've really hit on it. This is, in the last 2.5 months, we have leaped forward over the last 10 years.
I agree.
A huge leap. And so we're just getting started with it. So we're very, very excited about it.
Yeah. And I've done a little bit of it, what I had learned over the 2.5 weeks. And I can't believe the response I'm getting already and the acceptance.
Yes.
There is no negativity from the individual. Someone I've never known walks up to me. I was at a farmer's market. They started telling me I've got a problem. Okay, well, let's take a look. I did some of the new processes that you've shown people. And it was like, I didn't know that happened to me. I can get that fixed. Yeah, let's do it. So,
Yeah, that's fantastic. Such a blessing.
So anyway, we know that the products are working. We know basically what's in the products we're covering today. How many people coming into well, of course, virtually every woman that comes into your clinic is going to look at female or female plus or, and to help them do what they need to have done to handle
Yeah.
their problem. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a great question. It's proven itself to be a great solution for young girls as young as 12 years in age who might be pre-cycle, very close to cycle, okay, all the way up to women in their mid-40s, early 50s who have not fully realized the change yet. So there's a 30, 40, 45-year stretch there where this product is going to be extremely valuable. And there's a ton of evidence that many women will definitely see an improvement by using on a regular basis.
I got a great story here. A number of years back, my oldest granddaughter's 23 now. When she first started her cycle, I got a call from her mother. And her mother says, she wants to talk to you. And I said, about what? She says, well, she's starting to become a woman, but she doesn't want to talk to me. She wants to talk to you. So I went over and we worked it out together why she wasn't doing everything like what she was reading in the books. And she says, it's not happening that way. Okay, well, here's what we're going to do. And ever since then her sister, who's a year younger than her. I've helped her at times. Um, they've come to me over their mother. It's kind of funny, actually. So, they come to their grandfather.
Grandpa will know what to do.
Right. So anyway, you see virtually every woman that comes in has virtually got some sort of problem that you can help them with.
Yes.
And that's a good opening door for you, I'm sure. And you can handle, that's a problem they have to deal with on a very regular basis. So they're going to say, okay, well, I've got these other problems now, right? Is that correct?
Yeah. Yeah. Once we peel that first layer of stress, address it properly with the right solution, they see the shift and the results. They become much more open to saying, hey, what can we do maybe in this area or that area? What solutions do you have over here?
Right.
And yeah, it just opens the door for so much more health improvement.
And I'm sure it leads to a lot more referrals, which of course, the basis of your business.
So, yeah. The lifeblood. We've got a class tomorrow night for 8 new clients, all of them by referral. As you know, Bob, we haven't done any marketing or advertising of any kind for decades, other than getting people consistent results over an extended period of time, which in my book is a definition of credibility. If you've got good results over no different than in your primary care horse facility, right? That you've done for 40 plus years. I mean, nobody gets to do what you do for 40 years unless there's extended results over an extended period of time.
Yes.
That's credibility. And so that's very exciting.
Right. So anyway, I'm glad to hear that, you can take a simple problem and you can actually tell them it's a simple problem, which to them, it's been made out to them. It's a big, big problem and it's going to take all of these people to handle it. And you can say, no, you can handle it yourself.
Yes.
And it's real simple. It's let the body do its job.
Absolutely.
So basically, as far as the products for the female, again, let's talk about some of the support products for the female balance and the female plus.
Yeah. Obviously, when you think about the endocrine system, you think about what is in line with the endocrine system. Obviously, digestion. We want to make sure, either enzymes or super enzymes digest. We're also thinking about nutrition and making sure other areas of the body are well nourished, metabolism, cardiovascular, lymphatics. We think superfood, the basics, the real basics of endocrine support, getting metabolism up, correcting nutritional deficiencies. That for most people, that 3, maybe 4 product program is really sufficient to meet the needs of about 80% of the people that come through the door.
That's good. That's really good. So, yeah. And anyway, I guess we're getting about to the end, huh?
Yeah.
So,
it's always a pleasure to be with you.
Any ideas about a product for next week or what would you want to talk about?
We're going into a time of year again where revisiting some immune system stuff, maybe in the area of parasites. Spring is sprung. There's a lot of activity on that. It's a topic that never grows old.
No.
And it's one that people continually need reminded of and re-educated a little bit on the fact that I know it's a gross subject, but we are exposed to, and yes, we get parasites just like
we do.
Our
another big area we've seen in the last week or so too, out here especially, is allergies.
Yes. And the byproduct of that activity can amplify the allergy symptom.
Okay.
And it's again important to people to realize allergies are not a disease. They're not a syndrome. It's not a sickness. It's an expression, which is a symptom. We want to find out, why is this expression that the body's elevated and having histamine responses and sinuses and hives and runny eyes? What's going on there? What's causing that? And we want to find the solution. And parasites can be one of those things we have to look at.
Okay. Well, maybe we should kind of look at all of that together next week. Okay.
Let's do it.
All right. Well, until next week, this is Dan and Bob saying thanks for coming by, and stay healthy and be safe. Thanks again for coming by. Bye-bye.